We got packages. The peachy thingy. What chocolate?
Make us more.
I ate chocolate. Sorry.
You want to that out?
It's long gone.
Mystery and Makeup Monday. Okay. Theme song. If you're new here, hi. My name is Bailey Sarian, and on Mondays I like to sit down and talk about a true crime story that's been heavy on my noggin, and I do my makeup at the same time. If you're interested in true crime and you like makeup, I would say, hey, subscribe, because I'm here for you on Mondays. Yay. If you're curious to know what I'm using, I'll list it down in the description box down below. But other than that, I will shut up and get to today's story. Because it's one of those. It's one of those, okay? Today, we'll be covering a story that's all about lying. Ugh. Liars, huh? Today is about a guy who lied so much that once people started piecing together the truth, I guess he felt like murder was the only way out. Yep, here we are with one of these psychos. So I came across this story like back when it was happening. It was just like, oh, what? These stories will never, ever make sense to me. Ever. It's just, what? Chandler Halderson. Have you heard of him? Okay, well, let me tell you. Chandler was born to his parents, Bart and Krista Halderson. He was born on March 15th, 1998. He was their second son. He had an older brother named Mitchell, who was a year older. And the family, they lived in Windsor, Wisconsin. And I guess this town is about 30 minutes outside of Madison. Bart and Krista, these two parents. Mitchell, Chandler, the kids. They were a pretty typical American family. Yeah. Krista, the mother, she worked in customer service. Bart, the dad, worked for an international accounting firm. And I mean, by all accounts, they were a really close family. They were very involved in each other's lives. And just the parents seemed proud of their sons, which makes it that much worse. The family also, they owned a cabin that they would go to for weekend trips or weekend getaways. And it was Krista's grandparents' cabin that they had built in the 1940s. And it was passed down to Krista and her family. So this they would use as their retreat. Cute. Nice. Lovely. Just a very all-American picture we're painting here, aren't we? In 2021, Chandler was 23 years old and he was living with his parents. He was attending at this. Perfect. It's really good.
tooth because we're going on that.
That's getting blocked as well. Okay.
Some hot cocoa for us.
Okay.
You have a Keurig?
No.
Oh, you just pour it in the cup?
Because I accidentally bought it, but it works the same as if you.
Dude, I did that with coffee, and I was like, crap, I can't do it with coffee because
Yeah.
coffee oils have grounds in it. Shit. It's gross. Did you hear so many people on the phone? Did you hear screaming? Or is it just
It
sounded like a lady.
There's a Leo female that's a pedophile. Okay.
You said I could open your Etsy app? I want to see what you got.
Their whole world is flipped upside down here. Okay, their whole world is flipped upside
Oh, that's a cute little bag. Oh, see, look, I could have bought this to you in the hospital. Look, this would have been perfect.
This pedophile. Really, all these people is all these pedophiles, all of them, they are just pedophiles. Okay. This is connected niece or daughter. Okay. Is this somebody's daughter? Were they coming after somebody's daughter? Or are they looking for somebody's daughter? Were they trying to trap somebody's daughter? Okay, so this female pedophile was trying to trap somebody's daughter here. He was trying to trap somebody's daughter. Is this connected? Is this somebody's daughter? So a Nissan was trying to trap somebody's daughter, a male, a female. All right. Black, white, silver, gray, cream, beige, blue, gold, red, orange, yellow, green, maroon, burgundy. So burgundy Nissan was trying to trap somebody's daughter. This is a pedophile. Burgundy Nissan was trying to trap somebody's child, somebody's daughter. This person is a dirty president of a company, an organization, a society, a cult, a coven. Dirty president of a company, organization, society, cult, a coven. Okay, so this person belongs to a coven that was trying to trap somebody's daughter. Okay. Yeah, this person didn't want this person to grow. They did not want this person to grow. Is this connected? Is this a family member of somebody's? They didn't want somebody's family to grow. So they were doing this for somebody's family. Okay. They were doing this for somebody's family. Yeah, this person don't like that somebody set up boundaries with them. They do not like it. Yeah, whoever you are not shocked by this person, not at all. You are not shocked by this person. Game over. So it's game over for this person or these people here. person's name? There's a black widow that has a vehicle on somebody's name. Is this a female? All right. There's a black widow female that has a vehicle on somebody's name. Okay, they've been taking somebody's mail. So this person is a black widow and they're a thief and they have a vehicle on somebody's name. Is this connected? Emmanuel's connected to letter P. Okay, is this a male? A female? Okay, is this person a black widow? There's a female with letter P name that's a black widow that's been taking somebody's mail that has a vehicle on somebody's name. Okay, a female with letter P name. Did it do this person? So yeah, female with letter P name is a black widow. They have a vehicle on somebody's name. They've taken somebody's mail. Is this connected? Emmanuel? Is Emmanuel and the female with letter P name connected? Is this person a black widow? Do they have a vehicle on somebody's name? Did they even take in somebody's mail? So somebody named Emmanuel's been taking somebody's mail. Do they have a vehicle on somebody's name? Okay. So a female with the letter P name took somebody's mail and has a vehicle on somebody's name. It's a black widow. Emmanuel's taking somebody's mail. Okay. Is this connected? Coretta? Is Coretta a black widow? Was Coretta taking somebody's mail? Did somebody take Coretta's mail? Okay, so somebody named Coretta was also taking somebody's mail.
I think that's gonna cover it.
What'd you get?
Is this connected?
Oh, that's the door handle thing. I
Coretta,
should-
child abuse, child neglect. Okay, so this Coretta person is also involved with child abuse and child neglect.
Do you have any face scrub?
Huh?
Any face scrub?
I have like the Dr. Malaxins. Have you seen it on TikTok?
No, can I use some?
Yeah. It's in the cabinet. No, like the one that's
Is this
hanging
connected?
up
The last name
behind
Reed.
the door.
A male, a female.
There's the
Okay,
black
so this person
one
taking
is
somebody's
for like
mail.
rougher
This person
skin.
involved with child abuse and child
That's a
neglect.
pill though, no?
There's a female with
No.
last name Reed that's involved with
It's
child
like
neglect.
drops. And the black one is the black one's for tougher skin. The white one is for like more sensitive skin. So normally if you're gonna use it on your face, you would use the white one.
Wait, it's the which one's for rougher skin?
The black one.
Oh, I'm gonna do the black.
Okay, is this connected? Okay, so we have
Yeah.
return to center times 10 here. What is this return to center energy?
Should be in the bottom right.
Okay, so something that they return to center,
Huh?
that's justice here.
Yeah.
Is this connected? Roberto, was somebody sending something towards Roberto? Was somebody sending something towards Roberto? This is connected. So somebody named Roberto was sending something towards somebody and it's going back to them times 10. Speaking of, there was somebody named Roberto in my comments this morning. Amen. I put down the little picture. I think it was a Mason East
Huh?
Star
Yeah,
Illuminati or
black
whatever,
guys.
child.
Are you sure it's not the
Amen.
it's not foundation, it's a
His comment was nice, but
forgot what it's called.
Yeah.
It's not foundation, though.
Like that. Okay. Is this connected with somebody citizen towards Jasmine? So Jasmine and Roberto, are they connected? Okay, so yeah, both of them were connected and they sent something as being returned back to them times 10. Okay. Is this the person that was in my comment section this morning? COVID, so they would have to schedule. Bummer. After being
Is this
put off and put off, eventually the
Was somebody sending something towards
Daniel's
Vincent?
speech
So Vincent was saying something as well as being returned. So somebody,
Well,
Vincent was
the
also
truth
saying
is
something
that
as being
Daniel's
returned
speech
back
was
to
completely
them.
made up. But Bob didn't know this yet, and he wasn't going to give up. I mean, he was like, okay, I'll just talk to another administrator at school. So he talks to somebody else, and they
Is
too
this
get
connected with
set up
somebody
Zoom
sending something
meetings.
towards Fisher? So somebody
But at the
with
last
last name
minute, the
Fisher
Zoom
was
is
sending something as going back to them. Is this a male, a female?
Frustrating.
Okay, so
But what
female
Bob
must
didn't
be
know
Fisher
was
was also
that
sending
these
something
people
and it's
that
going
he was
back.
talking to, they were all made up by Gemma. Not only were the email addresses completely fake, but the names of these people, they never even worked at Madison College. Bart clearly
Is this connected with somebody sending something towards Ava?
these
So
people.
Ava was sending something, okay. So I think Ava was also sending something that was
He
going
didn't
back.
really have a long-term plan.
The letter Z,
Okay.
okay.
And his
So
dad
Ava
wasn't
as
giving
well.
up. I mean, he knew he could never
You know,
have
everybody
these
got to
meetings
jump on the
with his
bandwagon.
father and administrators. And he
Nobody
also
has
knew
enough
of his
holidays to
demise
stand on
because
their own here,
it's
okay?
like his dad just did a quick internet search, you know? Made him
Is this connected? Okay.
home internet.
So money's on the way to somebody here.
Tyler, when setting up these fake email accounts, used his own birthday to read the accounts. So, slump. Find their faces
Scared me. I was like, man, it's kind of annoying.
Best of all, the band is back.
Is this connected? Somebody's getting money for fraud. So somebody's got money coming in for fraud.
Lights up the night for the
Or somebody gets that money back for fraud. So somebody's got money right now coming in because they're fraud. They just committed some fraud.
Chandler was lying.
I wonder if this will put
He
this
also told his family and his
light.
girlfriend that he was working part-time but he told everyone that he was broke. Like he never had money on him. And he told
Dude,
everyone
I heard the
that
craziest
he
thing that
wasn't
the
receiving
Male
any
is female.
checks.
So
heard the
Ramos
craziest
last
one?
year, Ramos has money coming in because they're fraud.
And he said like this was all because of an accounting error company. The checks were going.
I didn't do it. Some shady crazy
Alright,
video.
so there's a blind widow, female with letter B that has a name on somebody's name and they've also been taking somebody's mail,
It
okay?
didn't
We had
consist.
Emmanuel,
He was also
who's been taking
all
somebody's mail.
this up as well. Oh shit. Yeah, so he's lining up his job, which makes sense as to why he's not getting paid. I just feel like it's confusing. Because
This is.
But then again,
The island didn't appear on most maps. 23 miles off the coast of Georgia. Privately owned, heavily forested, 37 acres of pristine wilderness. Surrounded by Atlantic waters.
Dang.
Beautiful, isolated, perfect. It was called Sanctuary
What is
Island,
that?
purchased in 2019 by a
What
private
happened?
consortium.
Huh? What,
The
mapping?
Apex Society.
This one?
Membership cost $50 million.
The
Annual
red?
dues $5 million. Only 12 members worldwide.
Piece
All billionaires.
is wrapped.
All male. All seeking the ultimate experience that unlimited wealth could buy. Where the world's elite find freedom, the private brochure promised. Shown only to potential
hear it?
members after
How much
extensive
it costs?
vetting. Background checks, financial
crazy too, 'cause
verification, psychological
Recently,
profiling.
not recently, like a year
Because
ago,
Apex Society
I got
accepts
like something in the
just
mail that I had stopped.
only those who
with
understood that
Apex.
some experiences
And I'm like, what the
require
fuck? What is that?
absolute secrecy, absolute
Listen.
discretion, absolute immunity from consequences. What was that experience? What justified 50 million membership? The hunt, not for animals, for humans. Every month, Sanctuary Island hosted the game. 10 to 15 people, homeless individuals, undocumented immigrants, people society had forgotten, were brought to the island, released into the wilderness, given a 48-hour head start.
What the fuck?
Then the members arrived, with weapons, with tracking equipment, with one goal: hunt humans like prey. Survivors were promised freedom, $100,000, new identities, passage to any country they wanted. But in 4 years of operations, nobody had ever survived. 47 hunts, 632 people brought to the island. Zero
That's a lot of
survivors.
fucking people.
Until Marcus Webb, former Marine, homeless veteran living on the streets of Savannah, taken to the island in October 2024, released into the jungle, hunted for 48 hours, shot twice, left for dead. But Marcus didn't die. He survived. Swam 4 miles through shark-infested waters to the mainland.
Oh, shit.
Stumbled into a Georgia State Trooper station, covered in blood. Delirious, barely alive. They hunt people, he gasped. On an island, rich people. They hunt humans for sport. This is Operation Apex Down. The FBI's infiltration of the most exclusive and evil organization in American history. Because Sanctuary Island wasn't just about hunting humans. It was about power. Proving that wealth could buy permission to do anything, even murder. And when FBI raided that island, they found something that made even hardened agents break down. A trophy room with photographs. 632 faces. All the people who'd been hunted. All the people who'd died.
632 people.
Displayed like big game kills. Do you support FBI agents who hunt the hunters? Hit like right now.
Obviously.
Human
not.
hunting isn't new. History is filled with examples.
They still have the club. I looked it up on Google.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
The powerful have always found ways to hunt the powerless. But in
I
America,
was wondering where that stock
21st
came from.
century, billionaires had created an entire infrastructure for it. Legal protections, financial shields, complete immunity. The Apex Society was founded by Richard Blackstone, tech billionaire. Net worth $12 billion. Made his fortune in cybersecurity. Sold his company to a defense contractor for $8 billion in 2018. Retired at 43. Unlimited wealth.
I feel like I met him before
And a growing boredom
in
with conventional
Santee,
life.
or at least Santee, yeah.
I've experienced everything legal wealth can buy, he told a journalist in a rare interview. Yachts, jets, exotic cars, beautiful women. After a while, it's all the same. Billionaires seek new experiences, new challenges, new frontiers. That interview was in 2019, 6 months before he purchased Sanctuary Island.
Sanctuary.
Blackstone recruited 11 other members, each worth at
It's like
least
far from
$10
a
billion,
sanctuary though. Like it's like the opposite of a sanctuary.
conventional wealth
It's
experience.
like a trick.
The membership was international. 3 Americans, 2 Russians, 2 Saudis, 1 Chinese, 1 British, 1 German, 1 French. We created a sanctuary, Blackstone explained, during a secret member meeting reported by FBI surveillance years later. A place where laws don't exist, where society's restrictions don't apply, where we can experience pure freedom, the freedom to hunt, to kill, to prove we're apex predators, not just economically, but physically primal. The infrastructure required was extensive. Private island purchase, $47 million. Construction of facilities, $23 million. Security systems, $8 million. Staffing, $12 million annually. Transportation logistics, $6 million annually. Legal protections, $15 million in offshore accounts and political contributions. Total investment, over $100 million to create a hunting preserve for humans. Should wealthy individuals who hunt humans face public execution? Comment Y or N. The logistics of acquiring prey was sophisticated. Apex Society employed recruiters, people who identified vulnerable targets, homeless individuals, addicts, undocumented immigrants, runaways, people without families, without advocates, without anyone who'd notice if they disappeared. We're offering an opportunity, recruiters would say. A private island resort needs workers. 2 weeks' work, $5,000 cash, no questions asked, transportation provided, meals included, easy money. Desperate people accepted. Boarded private boats. Traveled to Sanctuary Island expecting work. Instead, they were imprisoned, held in underground facilities.
They're doing that here.
On Monday, released into the jungle.
Where'd you find this?
You
It
have
just
48
fucking came up on my
hours to
analytics.
keep
It's crazy. I don't know.
experts
I don't usually
Run,
listen to stuff like
hide,
this.
survive. If you make it 48 hours without being caught, you win. $100,000, freedom, your choice of destination. But if we catch you, nobody ever made it 48 hours. The members had thermal imaging, night vision, drones,
Thermal
trained
imaging.
tracking dogs,
Like you was
weapons ranging from bows to rifles. Every technological advantage, every resource.
You should make a
The
movie.
prey had nothing, not even shoes.
That'd be a sick
sometimes.
ass movie, right?
It's not sporting.
It'd be a
One
dope ass
member playing
movie.
for a recorded conversation. They have no chance. No real fight. That's the point, Blackstone replied. This isn't about fair competition, it's about demonstrating dominance. They're beneath us,
It's not about fair
economically,
competition.
socially,
Yeah,
evolutionarily.
that's nice.
We're proving that through action, through hunt. The hunts lasted 48 hours. Members rotated, some hunted actively. Others watched via drone feeds, placing bets on who'd catch which prey, how long each person would survive. Method of death. Johnson caught his target with a bow at 37 hours, one member reported during a hunt debrief. Clean shot, through the heart, beautiful. Mine tried to swim, another said. Made it about 200 yards. Alligator got him before I could. Does that count as my kill? They discussed human death like hunters discussing deer. Clinical, detached, amused. After each hunt, bodies were disposed of,
I do that too.
dropped in the Atlantic, or buried deep in the island interior.
Oh shit. Oh, wait, okay, never mind. It's okay. It's not 7. I didn't click out of it. Just wait, did I? In my app. Hold on. Yeah, I did. Fuck.
Alligator got him before I could. Does that count as my kill? They discussed human death like hunters discussing deer. Clinical, detached, amused. After each hunt, bodies were disposed of, weighted, dropped in the Atlantic, or buried deep in the island's interior. Crime scene evidence eliminated. DNA destroyed. Nothing remained except photographs, added to the trophy room. 632 photographs, 632 lives erased for sport. Then Marcus Webb survived, and everything changed. Marcus was a Marine, 3 tours in Afghanistan, expert in evasion and survival, honorably discharged in 2018, but PTSD and injuries made civilian life difficult. Lost his job, couldn't afford rent, ended up homeless in Savannah. When recruiters approached him, he was desperate. $5,000 would change his life. Get him back on his feet. He accepted. The boat ride to Sanctuary Island took 3 hours. Marcus noticed security. Armed guards, military-grade
I
equipment.
wonder what they're doing with it now.
This isn't a resort.
This was only posted 7 days ago.
This is something else.
Yeah.
When they released him into the jungle, gave him the rules, Marcus understood immediately. This is a hunting preserve, I'm the prey. But Marcus was different from previous victims. He was trained, combat experienced, survival expert. The Apex members had hunted homeless addicts and terrified immigrants. They'd never hunted a Marine who'd survived Taliban ambushes. The first member who tracked Marcus got a surprise. Marcus had set traps, primitive but effective. The member stepped in a pit, broke his ankle, screamed. Marcus took his weapon, his gear, his communication device. Man down, the member radioed. Target is armed. He's fighting back. Blackstone's response was swift. Kill him, now. Use lethal force. This can't get out of control. But Marcus was already moving, using Marine tactics, cover and concealment, ambush positions. He took down a second member, knocked him unconscious, stripped his gear. He's ex-military, someone realized from the command center. We grabbed a trained soldier. This changes everything. For 48 hours, Marcus evaded. Odd, survived. He was shot twice, shoulder and leg, but kept moving, kept fighting.
Straight savage.
On hour 47, realizing he'd never escaped the island alive, too many pursuers, too many resources, Marcus did something desperate. He swam 4 miles through Atlantic waters, through sharks and currents, bleeding, exhausted, nearly dying. But Marines don't quit. He reached the mainland, collapsed on a beach. A morning jogger found him, called 911. Georgia State troopers responded. Marcus told them everything. The island, the hunts, the dead, everything. They called FBI. How long does a typical FBI investigation of an isolated private island take? A, 30 seconds. B, 3 minutes. C, 10 minutes. Answer at the end. FBI Special Agent Jennifer Hayes took Marcus's statement. Initially skeptical, his story seemed impossible. Billionaires hunting humans on a private island? It sounded like a movie plot.
I'm telling you, that'd be a bomb ass movie.
Coordinates, names he'd overheard, equipment he'd seen, and most critically, a communication device he'd taken from one of the members. Encrypted. But FBI cyber teams cracked it. The device revealed everything. Communications between members, hunt schedules, financial transactions, photos, videos, proof. This is real, Hayes told her supervisor. We have a hunting preserve for humans operating off the Georgia coast, and we need to shut it down before the next hunt. FBI began surveillance, satellite imagery, drone reconnaissance, monitoring communications. They identified the next hunt schedule. November 23rd, 6 days away. 12 new victims already collected.
Like this year?
Being held on the island.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Can't wait.
That's
Hayes
crazy.
decided. Those 12 people will die if we don't act. We raid before hunt day, rescue the prisoners, arrest every member on the island. But raiding a private island 23 miles offshore required coordination. FBI, Coast Guard, Georgia Bureau of Investigation, ATF, federal marshals, even Navy SEALs on standby in case military support was needed. This is a fortress, the tactical coordinator reported. Armed security, surveillance systems, defensive positions. They'll see us coming. Could execute prisoners before we land. Then we don't give them time to react, Hayes replied. Overwhelming force, speed, simultaneous breaches. Hit them so fast they can't respond. The assault plan involved multiple teams. Coast Guard cutters approaching from sea. Helicopters with FBI HRT operators landing directly on the island. Amphibious craft carrying tactical teams to multiple beach points. Coordinated strike. Total surprise. November 21st, 4:47 a.m. Operation Apex Down launched. The Coast Guard cutters cut through dark waters. Silent running, no lights. Approaching Sanctuary Island from 3 directions. On deck, FBI HRT operators prepared. Checked weapons. Reviewed maps.
It's like some like straight like Squid Games type shit.
Yeah, it is.
Helicopters lifted off from Hunter Army Airfield, flying low, using terrain masking, approaching from the mainland.
I wonder if they have footage.
Tactical operators,
I'm like curious.
medical teams for rescued prisoners.
Is that fucked up?
They probably
Hands,
do.
all units reached assault positions,
I don't know.
surrounding the island, waiting for the
If
signal.
it's not destroyed, that is.
Probably fighting on those
Execute,
board sides.
execute. Helicopters roared in. Fast ropes dropped. HRT operators descended.
Did you know that people in Costa Rica they commit suicide by jumping on power lines naked?
FBI, everyone on the ground. Coast Guard takes to the beaches. Amphibious craft operators sweeping in, securing perimeter, cutting off escape routes. The island security tried to respond. Armed guards rushing toward the commotion. But they were private security, not military. Not trained for combat against federal tactical teams. They surrendered quickly. Outgunned, outmatched.
I love this little squishy ball.
Inside the main facility, FBI found the members, 7 of them, present for the upcoming hunt, sleeping in luxury accommodations, woken by flashbangs and shouting. Richard Blackstone, FBI, you're under arrest. Blackstone in silk pajamas looked confused, then angry.
These two, I think I'm on the
Do you know who I am? I'm worth $12 billion.
I'm worth $12 billion.
We can. Agent Hayes interrupted. And we did. You're under arrest for murder, human trafficking, conspiracy, and a list of charges so long it'll take an hour to read them all. They tried similar tactics. Threatening lawsuits, political connections, immunity. None of it mattered. FBI had evidence, recordings, photos,
Well, there's no
bodies,
cookies in there.
nothing money could fix. In the underground holding facility, FBI found the 12 prisoners,
What's in that
scheduled
box?
to be released for the hunt in 2 days.
That box?
Men and women, ages 22 to 56,
The cross?
all terrified, all expecting to die.
You have a shopping problem.
FBI, you're safe. We're here to rescue
You
you.
need to go to shopping anonymous.
Some prisoners
In
collapsed,
general,
others
you
cried.
do that shit every day.
One man, holding his daughter who'd been taken with him, just kept repeating,
You go to shopping
"We're alive.
anonymous.
We're alive. We're alive." Medical teams treated them. Dehydration, malnutrition,
I ordered some stuff.
psychological trauma,
Forever.
but alive.
This is a
all
dope
12.
Can I use it?
Saved hours before they would have been hunted.
There's no plastic
Then
bag.
FBI found the trophy room, and agents who'd seen war zones, crime scenes, and atrocities broke down, cried, raged. 632 photographs, arranged on walls, each with a date, location on island where the person was killed,
What's wrong?
method of
Where's
death,
rest?
and the member who
Where's
made the kill.
debating.
Documented, cataloged, celebrated. They kept score, one agent said, voice shaking. Like it was a game, like those were animals, not people. The bodies were harder to find,
Where's it?
some in the Atlantic,
Better have one of those.
weighted,
Is that the rock?
decomposed, unrecoverable. But 47 graves were found on the island,
Oh, shit.
buried in remote
Oh, that's
areas,
the thing that-
shallow graves. Remains in various states of decomposition.
What is that?
Forensic teams began the grim work. Identification, DNA analysis, giving names back to victims, notifying families who thought their loved ones were just missing,
You got a new one?
now knowing they'd been murdered for sport. If you believe billionaire killers deserve no mercy, type SWAT signal. The arrest totaled 19 people. 7 Apex Society members present on the island, 12 security and support staff, all charged with conspiracy to commit murder,
You forgot it.
facilitation of murder, human trafficking, dozens of other charges.
Yes, ma'am.
Richard
Elaborate?
Blackstone tried to negotiate. I'll pay compensation to families, $1 million per victim, $632 million. Make this go away.
Damn.
You can't buy your way out of this, FBI director told him. This isn't a civil suit. This is federal murder charges, multiple life sentences. Your money means nothing here. The 5 members not on the island during the raid were tracked down. International manhunt, 2 in Russia, 2 in Saudi Arabia, 1 in Monaco. Extradition requests filed.
I remember doing
International
that
pressure
back
applied.
then.
Russia and Saudi Arabia refused extradition, protected their citizens. But those 2 Russian members and 2 Saudi members faced international arrest warrants. Confined to their countries, unable to travel, prisoners in their own nations. The Monaco member was arrested, extradited to the United States, joined the others facing trial. The legal proceedings took 18 months to prepare. Federal prosecutors built cases against each
Hidden
defendant.
Empire Mega Lab.
632 counts of murder, 632 counts of kidnapping,
Atlantis was destroyed? What the
632
fuck?
counts of conspiracy, plus
They
human
destroyed
trafficking.
Atlantis.
The ocean floor off the Florida Keys looked normal. Coral reefs, marine life, tourist diving. Nothing
I'm
unusual.
so sad.
But 40 meters down, hidden in an underwater canyon, something
Where's-
existed that shouldn't. A city. A complete underwater facility. Not research station, not oil rig. A cartel-built complex.
That's
Operational
dope.
for 3 years. Nobody knew it existed.
Okay, I just have
Not
this.
Coast Guard, not Navy, not DEA. Because it was invisible. The mansion sat on 40 acres of Florida waterfront. Palm trees lining
They
the
have these
driveway,
in
private
in
beach,
Cali too.
yacht dock. Security gates
89
that cost
children
more than
rescued from
most
secret
people's homes.
underground rooms in Florida
Robert Chandler
mansion.
built his fortune in tech. Silicon Valley darling, philanthropist. His foundation donated $200 million to children's causes. Hospitals, schools, orphanages across 14 countries. He's a saint, people said. A billionaire who actually cares. The governor attended his charity galas.
Rick Ross furious after 50 Cent dropped explosive footage with Diddy.
I ain't gonna lie. I've been holding a lot of shit in lately. Man, I just
why it's coming out now is we wanted to wait, to get through all of the legal proceedings, the criminal trial, and it spans, four parts, and it spans over 30 years of, pop culture, his life. So it took some time, to say the least, to put all of this together.
It's an important story, and you could just tell it with all the public material. You go further, you've gotten your hands on some extra new material people are going to see for the first time, including this video. Any journalist would want to know how you got it, but it is Sean Diddy Combs in the heat of this, right before the arrest for the trial.
Okay, so earlier this morning, I had beets
Oh crap.
on the bed. Remember,
The following video deals with mature subject matter, which may not be suitable for younger children. Viewer discretion is advised.
Where did you put them? Oh, those little balls. The squishy balls.
Like, where the fuck
Look.
did it go?
on July
Hunting,
20th,
hunting
2024.
humans in Canada,
A
northern
disturbing
Canada.
deathbed confession appeared in the politically incorrect discussion board of the website 4chan.com, describing a chilling ritual